Okay, so welcome back, guys. Recording has started. Let me share my screen now. So, what we are discussing today, we are discussing about the cross origin resource sharing, right? Let's get into our PDF. Okay, so I was explaining about an scenario, right? Let's think about a website. So, this is a new page. Is it visible to you both, guys? Okay, nice. So, let's think about last time I show you when we were discussing about the static website hosting. This is a website, right? You may be working on multiple projects. Let's think about this is project one and this is project two, or this is the same project. Think about this is the same website, or this is the native website, or maybe we can say this is the home page where you got redirect to this website. Okay, what is the difference between them, both of them? Now, if you're looking at this one, the S3 static website hosting demo, right? The URL, right? It some looks something like coming directly from the web, right? Not from the local. But if you look at this one, now see this course testing page. Why? See, it is my local laptop path, right? From where this file is got stored. From there, it is getting redirected or it is getting landed over our browser, right? So, the what is exactly course? Sometimes you will get into a scenario or there must be number of pages or applications where you need to perform any file can be uploaded or can be downloaded from that URL, right? You must have experienced that thing. Okay, if you visit any website and there is something, any file you want to download, you view that file, then after that click on download. But when you try to download, think about it like in the real time. Did you believe that those files which are you are trying to download, those files will be stored in the real same bucket where they have stored their code for this application? Anjali, any thoughts on it? Do those developers will follow a process where they are storing their real application code, will store the files which can be downloaded for the users? No, right? They will do in a different bucket because we know that people in real time used to follow a organized pattern. So there will be a specific bucket or specific thing for the code and a specific bucket for storing the objects like files or images, anything. Video, it can be anything. Okay? Yeah, right. Right. It makes to work more flexible and more easy. Make the things by making them in separate resources. So what here this website will do, when you are going to click on this test course, it will download a file, a test file. Okay, and that test file we already right now have in our local. Let me show you that thing. Okay, here is the test file. Okay, here it is the test file. But this file is already in my local. Let's take a look. S3 course is working. So this file is already in my local. So how anyone can download it from the cloud or from the internet? So first thing we need to host this stuff over the cloud. And we know there is a easy way. We know that is S3 static web hosting. Okay. So we are going to follow that process. Okay, so first of what we are going to do, we will be hosting our new website through static website hosting. Then after that, I will show you how the course will work and what is the difference between only static website hosting and the course. Okay, so now let's get into our AWS, and you know, right, this bucket I have enabled for my static website hosting. I'm not going to touch that thing. Okay, let it be there. Let's go with a new bucket and create a course where we will be performing only the course specific task. Okay, create bucket, general purpose bucket. Let's name something meaningful to this thing. Static course origin. Okay, which means this is a static website hosting where course is enabled, and this is the origin bucket, right, where we are going to place our application code or index.html. SL and everything is default by default fine. Let's go and create bucket. Whether this name is available, yes, this name is available. So I have created the bucket. First thing what I will do, Durga, we have to make this bucket public, right? After that, we will enable the static website hosting. So how we are going to make it public? We will go to the permission section, right? Once we are there, we need to add a bucket policy. But since all public access is blocked here, we won't be able to add the public access, bucket policy. So what we will do? We will edit it first. We will disable this thing. Okay, otherwise you can disable it completely, or if you are adding bucket policy, you can only go with tick these two things. Why? Because I have already explained this thing, right? When we are selecting these two options, that means it will block ACL option for you, or if you remove these and select these two, it will block from creating any bucket policy which will grant a public access. So let's go with the default. I'll deselect all, save changes, confirm, created. Okay, so block public access is now off. Now after that, we have to add the bucket policy. Let me grab it. Okay. Do you have that bucket policy handy, Durga, with you now? Okay, can you send me in WhatsApp now? Okay, okay, okay. Let me open. 1 second. Let me open that slide. Oh, this is the URL, right? You created. Okay, nice. Nice. We'll check that. Okay. Me add a bucket policy. I'll generate a bucket policy. No worries. Let's go to our agents. Ask them. Okay. Policy get available objects. Okay. So here we have. So you can see here is the bucket policy example where you can grant public read-only access to all the objects inside S3 bucket. Okay. Let's copy this thing. And but make sure, see here it is a generic ARN they have added, which we are going to modify. I'll copy it from here, go to my S3 bucket, click on edit in the bucket policy section, Control V, paste. Here is the bucket ARN, copy it, Control V. Okay, so what we are saying, any object available within this bucket, static, course, origin, make them public so that anyone can view this thing. Okay, all good here. Now let's go and save changes. So we made our bucket as public now. How? By adding principal as star, which means anyone over the internet can access the resource in my S3 bucket. What sort of access I am granting them? They can only view or they can only read. Okay, that's why I have added get object here. Get object. Okay, so now we have our permissions, block public access off, and made our bucket as public access. And what is the second step we need to do? We will be doing one property static web hosting, right? But before creating or enabling the static web hosting, let's first create another one bucket where we will be storing our file, the sample file which will be downloaded through our website. So what I'll do, I'll create another one bucket, and in this bucket I'm going to say a new name to this one, course storage. Makes sense, right? That means whatever will be granted or whatever people will try to download or view through that file, they will do it from here. Okay, I am doing going with the default settings, create bucket. Now again, we have to make it public as well again. Why? Because the all the files, whatever will be stored here, those all over the internet, anyone can access. So we need to do it again public as well. And this is another bucket, that's why we are doing it. Edit, disable, disabled. Now click on edit. Let me grab the bucket policy again. Download it. No need to download this thing. You can generate 100 times. Paste, update the array. Paste it. Okay, so here we granted public access to the objects within this bucket as well. And now let's go and upload the file to this bucket. Get into objects. Okay, we don't have anything. What I'll do, I'll click on upload. Okay, but I am recommending you guys to upload things using the AWS CLI. Okay, add file. Here is the file, right? This file we want to our people so that they can download it. Post.txt file, upload. Okay, our file uploaded to our second bucket where our course stuff will be stored. Once I have this file, what I'll do, I'll get into that file, okay, and copy this URL. Okay, I'll copy this URL, and I have already opened my index.html, okay, in the VS Code editor. And why I have not uploaded that file yet? Because I have to update a location. I have to update this URL. So what I did just right now, I updated the new URL after uploading my object or the text file into the another bucket. I updated that path here. Now it is all good. Save it, Control S. It got saved. Now we are good to upload that one. Go to buckets, static course origin. What I'll do, I'll upload the file first, add files. Here it is. Open, upload file. Okay. Once we have our index.html in within a bucket, then after that we will enable static web hosting, because until that we don't have any URL from where we can get access into that website. So what I'll do, I'll go to the properties, scroll to the bottom, see static web hosting is disabled here. Let's go edit it and make it enable. Enable host a static website, right? And what is the index document we are having here? Index.html, right? Save changes. It will give us an URL which we can use to access to our website now. Now see, I have my URL, copy it, go to a completely new window or tab, Control V, enter. Okay, now see, my website is getting landed from my S3 directly over the internet. Okay, and if I try to uh, perform an operation, like as I have already told you, when you are going to click on this test course, it will download that text file. Let's go test it. Now see what it is saying: course request failed, change console error. Okay, we are getting some error here. What I'll do, I'll open this URL in an incognito. Before that, cancel it here. Okay, we are getting an error here. What's the thing we missed? We need to take a look. Failed, check console for error. Okay, let me get back. Let me take a look here. Where is the other bucket? We'll open both of the buckets so that we can troubleshoot the issue. Here is the file. If I go to the properties, okay, we don't have to do anything in the properties here. Okay, we have not added the course headers yet. Okay, this is the twist. Okay, until unless you don't add the course header, because till now what I did, I made objects in this bucket public along with enabled static website hosting in this bucket, and we got the URL, right, for our website. But when right now I am trying to download the file, right, which is stored in a different another bucket there, right, through this website, what basically happening? The browser safety, okay, it is getting blocked by itself. Why? Because it is saying there is no connection between from this web application where you are trying to provide a request. Okay, when I am trying to hit the request, what basically happening? Let's open the developer tool. Now see, when I if I go to the network section, it will show what exactly will happen. Okay, when I will hit the test course, so what it is saying, the course you are trying to fetch, okay, the file name is course.txt, okay, fetch, we are not able to perform that thing. Why? Because no test header, okay, or nothing, course header we have added. So now let's get back to our theory. and there we will look. Okay. So here is the theory. The first, what it is saying, introduction. It's your way for your website to request resources from another domain, right? I have shown you there are two domains. One is for our static website, another one is where we have stored our object in another different S3 bucket. Domain means simple and URL. Okay. Normally, for security reasons, browsers block these kinds of requests, right? That's what exactly we are experiencing right now. Because I have integrated or linked our text file URL to our static website, but still we are not able to fetch it. Why? Because we have not enabled the course, and this is expected because of the browser block settings. Okay, but with course, you can tell the browser it's okay to get resources from another place. Okay. Once we enable or grant the course permission required stuff there, then our browser is good with that stuff. Okay. Why we use course with S3? Imagine you have some files. Okay, this is some real-time stuff we are explaining or discussing here. Imagine you have some files stored in an S3 bucket on AWS, like images or text files. Here we took an example of an what I can say, a text file, but in real time it might be an image, it might be a video, anything. Okay, you have a website hosted in another bucket that needs to load these files. Okay, think about it. Because you are storing your contents or your modifiable things into another bucket and your code into a different bucket. Instead of code, we can say index.html along with its all stuff into another bucket. To do this safely, you need to set up course on your S3 bucket. Okay. Once you enable the course, then what will happen? Then you are good to upload all those static or all those objects, right, to your website or web application. This tells browsers that it's okay to get files from your S3 bucket when requested by your website. Okay. Now, how we can enable course? Okay, so here is a sample of course rule. Okay, in course we usually add rules like I am policy. This is a course rule. Simply what we will do, I'll copy it. Okay, or if we want, let's go through it first. Then after that we will copy and paste it there and try testing it out. Okay, so what it is saying, this is a JSON configuration file used to set up course. Course stands for cross origin resource sharing. Okay, this makes sense, right? Cross origin resource sharing. You have a resource in one bucket and you want to share with other buckets, right? So that is what you have to enable course rules for AWS S3 bucket. Then comes the parameters. First one, what it is? Allow headers. What does that mean? What headers can be used in the actual request? Okay, this is the URL specific stuff. Okay, what kind of headers you can allow in the request. Then comes allowed methods. Okay, what is the allowed methods? Like what are the API calls they can perform? What HTTP methods can be used, like get to read files, post to send data. Here what we are basically doing, we are doing get operation, right? So if you put only get, then it is completely fine. But we can put post, put anything you if you want. Okay. Allowed methods. What HTTP methods can be used? Okay, that thing we discussed. Allowed origins. Okay, which website can make request? Star means any website can make request. Okay, but if you want to add some precise website or grant only to any specific company URL, then you can move that star and add that there. Expose headers. Headers that browsers are allowed to access from the response. Okay, this makes sense. Now let's grab it and copy, go to the S3 bucket where we have stored our objects, okay, which will be viewed or downloaded from our website. This is the course.txt file. In that bucket, go to permission section, scroll down, and there you will see cross origin resource sharing. Edit and simply paste. Okay, thing got paste. If you want, you can remove these two as well, because we are not performing anything which can be uploaded into our bucket. I am performing only people can view my files. Now save changes. Once I hit save changes, after that you will experience when I am trying here test course. See, I am getting errors, right? Course request failed, check console error. But once I save that, now let's first save it. Saved. Now let's go ahead, try. Okay, what it is saying? Something. This time we did not get any error. Now our page got refreshed successfully. Now let me hit test course. Okay, so test request, course request successful, preparing download link. Now see, I got 200, which means my request is completely fine. Okay, so once I hit on OK, then it downloaded my file. Okay, it downloaded my file. Give it a try, guys. I'm sharing it with you. I'm sending that in the meeting chat. Confirm back me, Anjali and Durga. Okay, you are able to download that. Okay, nice. Durga, are you? I think you are logging in from mobile, right? You won't be able to do that. Okay, think about. Okay, okay, nice. So you got a idea, right? How this course is working. It is almost like kind of providing access to another URL, okay, or whitelisting something to another area. Okay, think about a scenario, any website. Okay, let's think about that thing. Uh, what? Let's take a look at. Let's take a look at it's. Okay, there is not that much images. I want a website where we can have many images. So it would be great with Naukri. Okay, see, when I landed here in the Naukri.com, right? Now see, this is Naukri, right? Written in something in fascinating design. And this is a icon, right? This is not, they cannot do it from their keyboard. They have created this kind of icon with some other tools and stored it somewhere, and from there they are viewing it, this thing, right? So same thing, we can have a image in our website. Okay, let's try to do that. Let me do that now. Go to agent. I'm just enhancing my own website. Okay, so what I am trying to do, I am going to add an icon there. Okay, and that icon we will be storing in that other S3 bucket, but that will be available in the website. An icon like DevOps logo to this website, and logo will be stored in an S3 bucket, and HTML is hosted by enabling static web hosting in another bucket. Website will access the logo via CORS. Let's see. Okay, so I instructed my agent right now to do it. Okay, so what I'm doing, I have provided my existing code. Okay, and I asked this thing to modify. Okay, so that what we can have a logo in our website right now. If you are looking at my website, we don't have any logo. Let's see how it is doing. Okay, okay, see here it added uh, one logo section. Okay, and whatever existing there, everything is available there. And this is the logo section. And okay, so what it is saying, step by step AWS setup, set up AWS asset bucket. Okay, this is done. Okay, this thing also is done. Now let me first download this file, open it, and I am going to rename it to, or before that, let's take a look. Okay, how this file is looking. So here we don't have a DevOps logo, right? The same thing. Okay, but DevOps logo is not available there. So what we are going to do now, I'll ask my agent again to create a DevOps logo for me. Okay, including a name, AWS Cloud. Okay, okay, here it has started creating the logo. So once we have this logo, what I'll do, I am going to upload this logo into the storage bucket, okay, where we have stored that text file. Along with that, I will update that index.html. Okay, so this is some sort of real-time stuff. Right now I am trying to explain. It might be more boring, or if you are getting confused, guys, feel free to ask me. Okay, if you are getting into any doubt, just ask me. Okay, so here we have our logo, and let's download this thing. This is an awesome logo. Okay, now you can see here is my logo, right? Let's rename it some. I'm going to provide it name like Cloud Master logo. Makes sense, right? And what I'll do, I'll grab this thing from here to DevOps. Okay, and this Gemini stuff, right? I am going to grab it from there to here too, so that I'm making sure that all my stuff is in a single place, and I'm going to rename this one, okay, this Gemini code to index. And I don't think it will work because we can't have two index files at the same location, but let me give it a try. Okay, so what it is saying, to, okay, to index 2, no, just keep it like that. Or what we can do, we can move back from here to our previous location. paste it here, okay, and rename it here, because we know that default name always is index.html. Okay, so we have the index.html here, and my uh, icon, or we can say that logo is there. Okay, what we need to do, we need to first upload the logo into the S3, right? So let's get into the S3 now. Which bucket I will get into? See, course origin files, right? So go to objects, click on upload, add files, cloud master logo, open, upload. Okay, it got uploaded. Once you upload, now get into that file again. Why? Because we need to find the URL of that object. Because in cloud, the URL or that path from where we are trying to fetch, it will be changed. So now this is the URL, copy, and what we need to do, we will be modifying our index.html path. Okay. For that reason, I have to open that index.html in the VS Code, which will make it more easier or make more flexible for me to edit that thing. But right now, if you're looking, there is a index.html opened, right? This is not the new index.html. Keep that in, guys. This is the old index.html which we have already uploaded. So what I'll do, I'll go to my file section. Okay, okay. Let's do one thing. File, new file, or okay, or I'll have a new window where I'll open. Okay, I'll minimize this existing, and here I will be opening that file. Okay, open file, from where? Downloads. This is the guy, right? Index.html. Because my previous index.html was within the DevOps folder, and this is the latest one. Open. Yes, I completely trust. Open. Okay, so we have our index.html here, and where I have to update that copied URL, see, DevOps logo loaded from cross origin S3, and here is a demo URL given, and we have to update that here. Control V. Okay, simply I just copied that URL, upload that object into that S3 bucket first, then copied that URL and pasted it here. Okay, anything else do we need to change? I don't think so. All good here. So now let's save it. Control S. And now we are going to upload this index.html file. One second. Name. See why there is two times HTML. To move one HTML out of that. We don't want to have two HTMLs there. Edit. This is the file. Now let me verify. Getting the same name. Cancel. Open file. Downloads. Index. Open. Okay, this makes sense now. Index.html. We only need index.html, not .html.html. And now let me verify. I have saved that one. Yes, I have saved the path. Okay, here is the thing. And now we are going to upload this stuff to our. And now see, my text file path is already there. Okay, this was previously added. And this is my logo path. Okay, which will be only replicated over my website. You cannot download that one. Okay, so it's already saved. Now let's get into our S3 and upload that one. Where we will be uploading? Into the origin bucket, right? Here is the origin bucket. Refresh it first. What I'll do first, okay, I'll remove this index.html or you can directly upload. So what it will do, it will override. Add files, out here, this one, open, upload, okay, got uploaded. And you won't be able to find the previous version as well. Why? Because we have not enabled versioning here. We are not getting any toggle option here. Okay. So our index.html is uploaded. Properties. Now go to the same URL, copy, or instead of copying, we have already this one here. This is from my local. Okay. Go to our previous one, right? This is the same URL. Refresh it. Now see, we have a logo now. Right, we have a logo, and if you want to download the file, if you click on it, see, course request successful, preparing download link. Okay, once you click on download, so what I did right now, I created a logo or icon for my website and stored that icon in another bucket. Okay, and my application code is in another bucket from where I am accessing this website, but the website or the icons are getting redirected or getting associated from that other bucket along with the files which I am trying to download. I am able to download them. Does this make any real sense, guys, to you? Now I am giving you time. You guys ask me your doubts. First, try it out from your end. Okay, this is the same URL. Wherever you have opened, just refresh the page and try it out. টাইম লাগে এটা কোন কোন করছিল 10টা 15 ହେଇଛି হ্যাঁ ତମେ ସେଇ କଥା ମୁଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରୁଛି ଆସିକି ପଚାରିବି ୟା ଦୁର୍ଗା go ahead. Hmm. See, I did not show you from the front end perspective. I only show you what a DevOps engineer will do when there is this kind of requirement. Okay, this is the recommended approach. Instead of storing the same icon or the same logo in the same bucket, we are going to enable a course. We will create another S3 bucket. We'll store those icons into that other bucket and enable the course. That is from the DevOps point of view or DevOps thing stuff I am explaining. But don't worry about the icon, don't worry about the index.html. Those all things will be cared by the front-end engineer or any UI engineer, whoever will be working there. Hmm. Okay. Anything, Anjali, you want to ask? Okay, this makes sense to you, right? How in real time or how we are seeing viewing files. If you go to now, let's go to, I think Magic Bricks will be a good one. Now see, when I landed here, right, I immediately seeing multiple images, right? From where we are viewing these images? The same manner, right? That is the same manner. Yeah, I'm not saying they have enabled everything in the bucket. I'm not sure where they are hosting their website, where they have did those kind of stuff. But if they want, they can do it from this option, what we did just right now. Okay, so they will be storing their images into another location From there, they will be redirecting through a URL or through a path, so that when I hit this home page, okay, if you go to the inspect, you can find out the things there. Go to the network section. This is a developer tool, okay, available over the browser. And if I hit and refresh again, see how many requests it is going to perform. See how many requests it performed. Till now it is performing request. And these all are images. See, these are the images, right? These are the images they have stored. These are the logo, right? You see PNG files. These are the JPG files. Everything 200, 200. Okay, 404 we are getting something. Or might be because of logging in or something. It is somewhere we are getting blocked. But 200 means status. That means the request is okay, right? So these are the requests. When I just clicked on the URL, the URL performed these number of requests. Okay, this thing just performed these number of requests. If you want to, there is a JPG file. Let me show that. I'm not sure whether that can be. See, when I clicked on this file, okay. Now see from where it is getting the request. The request is heading towards an CDN. Okay, this is the URL from where it is performing get operation request method, right? This is the request method, and from where referrer policy strict origin when cross origin. This is a name they have given. Response header. This is the thing, right? This image will look like this. I think they have some in-house CDN service from where they are redirecting, or might be they are using any earlier instead of showing. Okay, so this is what exactly the course will do. You can add number of images, right? Number of images. I have added only one image. You can create a bar. You can create 5 images at top, 4 at bottom. Likewise, right? You can restructure this thing. But whatever you are going to do, everything will be stored in another bucket, and course will be enabled there. And from there, you will be downloading or viewing your object. Okay. Anjali got real idea what exactly happens in the application when we host that in the cloud. Okay. Okay, I know it is pretty confusing to go through this whole session in a single go, but I am like confident that when you will try to perform this thing by your own, na, then we'll find few interesting doubts which we can discuss. Okay. Okay, so with that said, that's all about course. We covered the theory here. Okay, we covered the theory here. See what allowed headers, right? Allowed origins, expose headers, allowed methods, right? If you show here, see headers, right? General request, your request method, right? What method it is performing here? Get method. Why? Because we are trying to fetch the image, right? We are trying to see that thing. Yeah, that will be either put or post method. Hmm. So what I want you both along with other people, okay, to perform this practical extensively, because it gives a broader idea. And to perform this thing, first you need to have idea how static website host. Once you are good with the static website hosting, then you can go for the cross origin resource share. Okay, so let's wrap today's class for today. Okay, since see this is all lab oriented classes na, if you are not performing lab on daily basis, if I cover much more thing, because I was planning to complete the CRR as well to by today. Okay, CRR, let me show you. I think that is in the properties. That's in the management. Okay, so CRR means cross region replication. Okay, that's a very advanced and important feature. And you must be heard about the disaster recovery, right? This is a very important from interview perspective as well. People usually interview. You're saying something, Anjali? Okay. Interviewer usually ask questions related to that. What are the options available, or what are the thing you performed over your S3? Okay, you said in your real time you worked with S3. Then can you tell us, is there any feature available for our recovery, or to uh, make our stuff highly available, or what are the remediation you took as part of your disaster recovery? This is a major part, right? Cross region replication, what it will do, I'm just giving you a brief. We will discuss in detail in our next class tomorrow. So what it is going to do, when where I will be storing any objects within this bucket. Okay, and this bucket I have created, let's assume in Mumbai region. Okay, suppose if anything goes wrong within the Mumbai region, right? Or if anything goes within the Mumbai region data center, so this bucket will be down, right? That will be down for sure. So how I'm making sure that my data will be available? Or there is a scenario, you have an application and you mostly have two kind of region you want to avoid the latency. You want to host the application, or you want to deliver the stuff, these logo, images, everything to the US based people. So definitely you need to have another one bucket in the US region as well. So how you are making sure that your both buckets are in complete sync whenever you upload anything, because you are not going to perform the manual stuff. As a DevOps engineer, you have to avoid the manual stuff. You are not going to upload one file into Mumbai region, the same file again into US region. No, we have one option for that one. That is CRR, cross region replication. It will create a replica set immediately, or it will take few minutes once you upload your file into an source bucket. Okay, the destination will be auto replicated with that file. So, and if as also part of the disaster recovery, if anything goes with, I told you, right, might be US bucket or it might be in the Mumbai region. If anything goes with wrong with any one bucket, then you can redirect your content from this bucket to the other bucket. So with immediate effect, they will be getting your resources from other bucket instead of having a like downtime. This makes sense. I was thinking of to complete this as well today, but this is another one lab. And if you are not performing those previous labs, it will create more confusion, guys. So I will be stopping this session for today. Okay, I'm expecting you all to be regular in classes and to cover all the labs, because DevOps is all about practicals. This is all about practical. Okay, let me stop the recording first.